There are games you just can't wait to come out. These games get us excited and make life seem worthwhile. Whatever troubles we may have can be offset by the fact that the one game you've been waiting for years is just on the horizon. And then they come out and drive us to insanity. You see, this game would be just average had we not had such high expectations. Unfortunately, we did. So welcome to MikEffect's Top 10 Most Disappointing Games. Son, I am disappointed. Number 10. Directional Pad. From the masterpiece Metroid Prime 3 comes the disappointing half-cousin, Metroid Other M. Now, I know what you're thinking. It was a different developer after all, but the developer just so happened to be Team Ninja, a developer who brought you such great games such as Ninja Gaiden Sigma and Ninja Gaiden 2. So you have to admit, as a Metroid fan, you were kind of excited about this. What with the promise of a deeper and richer story, and brand new gameplay mechanics. Almost like a 2.5D Metroid directional pad. But when the game finally hit shelves, we found the story to be subpar, the controls to be kind of wonky, especially since you had to hold the Wiimote in a sideways position. And that directional pad as a left control stick just doesn't do it for me. Also, Samus came off as kind of whiny and weak, coming from the strong silent type to this fragile little girl. That's why it's here starting off this list. Oh, and did I mention directional pad? Number 9. And now, a haiku by MikEffect. Bloody sword in hand, he staggers and falls, for it's in his chest. You see, the man is actually Ryu, and he stabbed himself with Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh, was I not supposed to explain? Oh. Well, that's what it is. Ninja Gaiden 3 really isn't a Ninja Gaiden game. It's kind of like a dumbed-down Ninja Gaiden game for, I don't know, the casual market. And how would this not be easy to sell to casuals? I mean, look at all that blood. Not only that, but what makes Ninja Gaiden so fun is that it's so bloody hard. Ah, buddy, see, look at all that blood. Weapons are cool, bosses are exhilarating. And Ninja Gaiden 3 just does none of that. And also, something's really wrong with the controls. Kind of like in a, this is broken, I need a new controller kind of way. Think of Ninja Gaiden 3 as your incestually conceived half-cousin. He may seem kind of nice on the outside, but you know, deep down, there's something wrong with him. Number 8. Alright, I've talked about Mega Man X7 before, and let me say that there is no one as disappointed in this game as I was. While I know a lot of you are going to argue that X6 was the most disappointing, there is just something inherently wrong with Mega Man X7 that puts it on this list. I don't know, maybe it's the awfully done 2.5D controls? Maybe it's the bosses that were just illegitimately conceived, like, what the hell is a Tunyon? Hey, maybe it's this guy. Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! Burn! Or maybe it's this guy.
Don't worry, I have just the cure.
Any way you see it, this game has single-handedly killed my favorite franchise. Number 7. Alright, this is going to cause some major discussion among Starfox fans. Is it Starfox Assault or is it Starfox Adventures? Which one's more disappointing? And I've got to say, hands down, without a doubt in my mind, it's Starfox Assault. And let me tell you why. When we went into Starfox Adventures, we were like, this isn't Starfox, this is weird. But it ended up being kind of fun, and I enjoyed it. But as for Assault, there was the promise of Star Fox coming back to being Star Fox in his plane and not on the ground. It was great. It was like a true sequel to Star Fox 64. If sequels had controls that make you want to punch a baby. Regardless, Star Fox Assault is the more disappointing Star Fox game. I'm just saying, you had fun with Adventures, right? Right? Number 6. Boy, did this one blindside us. Shit. Its beautiful E3 trailer really captivated us. And I know personally, Final Fantasy fans were excited about this one. I mean, look at the chin physics. But the game kind of suffered through a linearity complex, if you will. The game just had a problem thinking outside the box and really letting you explore the world. It's almost as if the game was a hallway. A hallway. Yep, just came up with that right now. Number 5. Woo, I remember this one. And why I remember this one being so hyped was because I just got G4 on my TV. And let me tell you, if there was an overhyped category of top 10s that I did, this would be on top of the list. I seriously wonder how Silicon Knights got all this praise of this game that wasn't even out yet. It's as if they got on their knees and were like, okay, big boy, you take down your pants and I'll show you my trailers. And G4, being the teenage hormonal horn dog at the time, was like, yeah, okay. It's not that this game is bad per se, but like every other game on this list, it just doesn't live up to the hype. They made a third-person run-and-gun game with the right stick being your gun-shooting/aiming button. Not only that, but the gameplay gets really dull really fast. What more can I say about this game that hasn't been said about school pizza? It's a little bland and needs more sauce. Maybe a pepperoni or two. Some sausages, bell peppers. I'm hungry. Number 4.
Perfect sense.
Show yourself!
Yeah, it's not as good as 4.
Unfortunately.
Number 3. Whoa, hey guys, I'm changing in here. What do you want? Oh, you want me to talk about Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts? What can I say about Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts that I haven't already said? You know, I'll just go through the list. Number 1, it's not a Banjo-Kazooie game. Number 2, don't make the trailer look like it's a platformer if it's not going to be. Number 3, why did Nintendo let you get bought by Microsoft? Number 4, if I wanted to play with Legos, I'd play with my Lego Maniac playset. Number 5, Number 6, hey, at least it looks good. Number 7, you made me do this! You made me do this! Number 2. Oh, are we talking about disappointing games? Because if so, we need to talk about E.T. for the Atari 2600. We're talking about a game that many sources claim single-handedly started the video game crash of 1983. Let me just set the scene for you really quick. The year is 1982. Rock and roll and Reaganomics flooded the streets. And after seeing one of the best movies of the year, you notice on the shelf over there is a brand new Atari 2600 game called E.T. Now, back in those days, people really didn't have reviews to know how great a game was. They only had the box art and commercials like,
E.T. video game?
those poor fools. Those poor fools. This isn't just a disappointing game. This is one of the worst games ever made. Absolutely no direction or no inkling of what you need to do. And like I said, some sources even claim that this is the game that single-handedly caused the video game crash of 1983. So what could top this? Well, let's find out. And the number 1 most disappointing game of all time on this list is... Okay, I'm gonna try not to get mad, but god dammerson Dalmatian, this game is disappointing. And not just disappointing, this is the most disappointing game of all time. Now, there are a couple reasons for this. First and foremost, it's one of the most hyped games of all time. When this trailer hit gaming websites, hell, when it hit the commercials, little kids were at home creaming their pants going, god damn, that looks awesome. And that's not to say that the game wasn't awesome. It was awesome for all of 10 minutes, and then it became dull and repetitive. You know you had fun force strangling someone and electrocuting them to death, but after the 16th time, you're like, okay, I'm kind of getting, this is easy and it's boring. Calm down, Michael. Just calm down. Second of all, the game is absolutely too short, and let me tell you why this doesn't contradict my last statement. Because I know you're thinking to yourself, you just said it got repetitive, so it makes sense that the game is short. No, my friends, it should not be short. There should be a change in the gameplay so that it doesn't become so dull. There has got to be a drive in this game to be interesting, to be creative. But overall, it just seemed like they wanted to make it a cash cow. Like they knew no matter what they did, it was gonna sell millions of copies. And god damn it did. It really did. This is, after all, a George Lucas production. I'm sure he's created enough to make up some new aliens to come in that we've never seen before. Alien enemies that make us think how we should attack them and aren't just bland ragdolls. But I guess it is better than the dancing one.